before we, attack the meat of the matter, and I think that we're already running out of time. Some people are a little bothered about the fact that you're a member of the Rivers State Judicial Service Commission, and you're also representing the PDP. Is there anything wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong. I'm a lawyer.
And so,
I'm a member of the Judicial Service Commission by virtue of my being a lawyer, and it is a constitutional provision. I represent the bar, and 2 lawyers. There are 4 members, 2 lawyers and 2 non-lawyers. And it will interest you to know that we are 2 lawyers and 2 medical doctors are members of the Judicial Service Commission, Rivers State. And we have 3 statutory members, which are ex-officio members: the Chief Judge, the Acting Chief Judge, the Acting President of the Customary Court of Appeal, and the Attorney General. Okay,
the reason we ask this is because some of our viewers are a little curious as to whether or not, that...
No, you can practice. Yeah, it is only in Judicial Service Commission that you can be a member and also do your practice.
Okay.
Yeah, the Constitution allows it.
Well, you've also raised issue, with some of this, the ruling of the Election Petition Tribunal. You've said that you have an issue with the fact that the tribunal chairman was changed, and you think that that's because things were not going favorable to the APC. From what you
yes, very
allude,
well.
You say that he had just said that he wasn't going to grant an order that he had already granted before.
Before, yes.
Some people will say that that's a little curious, though, because if he's granted the order before and he's only stating that I have given his order before, why do I have to give it again? And that's the reason why he was removed. It's neither here nor there, because it's not an outright refusal.
Definitely.
If the order has been granted before, it meant that they could go and rely on the order that he granted before. Why do you think that could be the reason he was removed?
Yeah, that is the reason. Because
why do you think so?
Yeah, why I think so is that that was the only time that he ruled against APC. In other times, he ruled against PDP and Wike. In all other times, because it started on the 11th of June with the ex parte application for inspection, and we brought in several applications. We brought an application to set aside. He ruled against us. We brought an application challenging jurisdiction. He ruled against us.
You don't want the materials inspected?
No. We want the material inspected. But we raised an issue, a constitutional issue of fair hearing.
Yeah, but did you request to know why was he removed?
No. Well, at that point, we can only request to know from the tribunal.
Not from the, who removes him, the Court of Appeal?
Yeah, the President of the Court of Appeal.
So you didn't request to find out why was he removed?
No, we didn't. From the President of the Court of Appeal. Now, but when...
But as a lawyer, have you ever seen a situation where a sitting judge, for no reason, is just transferred to another court?
Now, if a sitting judge is transferred to another court, and another judge came in, the matter will start de novo.
That's what, afresh?
Yes, to start afresh. The matter will start de novo. And a judge cannot sit on a matter that he did not hear or take application. It is prohibited.
Even if he has 2 other members who have heard...
But that's not the issue here. What I'm saying is, have you ever seen a situation as a lawyer where a judge is transferred while a case is still going on for no reason? Both parties haven't complained.
No.
Nobody is complaining.
No.
The judge has not been accused of bias.
Yes.
He's just been transferred. Have you ever seen a situation?
No, I've not seen such situation in my 15 years of practice. Because the procedure is that if a judge is transferred, another judge comes in, he will start de novo. In fact, the court has made pronouncement since far back.
You keep relying on the fact that you say if a judge is transferred. In other words, he can be transferred.
Yes, he can be transferred.
You're simply saying that the matter must start all over again.
Yes, it must start all over again.
So where you actually have the issue is the fact that the matter did not start all over again.
Yes, how will the judge who did not hear application deliver a ruling?
But you say that these rulings are pre-trial rulings.
Yeah, they are pre-trial rulings. Now, first...
In other words, they do not really bear weight on the meat of the matter.
No, it bear weight. Because during pre-trial, applications are taken. And it is during pre-trial that interlocutory applications are taken. And under section 27(1) of the first schedule to the Electoral Act says the chairman must hear and decide interlocutory applications. And so a chairman comes in and did not hear and decide on application. It is a misnomer.
Okay,
you can't do that.
All right.
In fact, he said where a court is differently constituted during the hearing of a case or on various occasions when it met or where one member did not hear the whole evidence, the effect on the proceeding is therefore null and void. And this is decided by the Supreme Court in Adigbe versus Casimo. It's a Supreme Court decision.
So why did the Electoral Act talk about in section 49(1) where it says any person intending to vote with his card shall present himself to a presiding officer at the polling unit in the constituency in which his name is registered with his voter card?
Yes.
And then if the officer is satisfied, then issues your card to go and vote.
Definitely, and that is why we are saying that the accreditation is by manual accreditation through the voter register. Now, there is nowhere in the Electoral Act where it says that you have to be accredited by a smart card reader.
But your party, I still insist, why did your party go for this election? You still haven't told the people. If you protested against its use, why did the PDP partake in that particular election?
No, at that point, it was too late. You can't go back. We have to go in to know what you have to do. And that is why we're complaining now that, look, it is not part of the law. It is not part of the law. And it has also been pronounced on it. Now, you see that when even PDP raised it, when it was raised, it was not pronounced on. But when it was raised in Lagos State, in Agbaje's case, APC in Agbaje's case, the tribunal said, no, there is no electronic voting. Card reader is unknown to our electoral system. They went on appeal, and Court of Appeal said, you cannot use card reader to question an election.
We have to wind down now. So is your party bothered about this because, or that if they go to elections in Rivers State, they will lose?
No. 100 times a party will win. APC will lose. Now, because we're on ground. Wike is on ground. But what we are bothered about is that this is a misnomer.
Very quickly, are you a member of the PDP?
Yes, I'm a member of the PDP.
And also a member of the Rivers State Judicial Commission?
Yes, I'm a member of the Rivers State Judicial Commission, and I'm also a member of the legal team. But you see, let's come quickly to know the grounds for nullification of the election. Now, first, there is non-compliance with the use of card reader. That's what the judge said. INEC guideline and instruction and directives. Now, it may interest you to know that evidence we are taking for 3 polling units, evidence we are taking for 12 polling unit agents, and evidence from roaming agents, ward, LGA, and state collation, evidence from security agents, evidence from INEC assistant directors. Now, if you look at the total evidence that were presented by APC, they call 56 persons. Out of that 56 persons that were called, only 3 were in polling units. Now, where we have about 4,442 units.
All right.
And the Supreme Court said that if you are questioning the election on grounds of non-compliance, then you have to call the officers from that polling unit to show that he did not comply.
All right. So clearly your party will appeal this judgment.
Yes, we are appealing this judgment. Now, but as it stands, Wike is still the governor.
Okay.
Because within 21 days, we will file notice of appeal. And Section 143 of the Electoral Act.
We have to go.
Yes, I said that during that period of the appeal, the governor remains in office.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Osima Jena is a member of Judicial Service Commission in Rivers State. He's also on the team representing the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
Well, let's flip over for a quick look at the headlines.